Alright, hello world, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to keep working on our YouTube word count project. So what we left is we're going to use assembly AI, possibly the cheapest. So this is the one we'll be using. So it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to follow this documentation. I will leave the documentation in the description down below. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to read the file and then will give us a URL. With the URL, we can send a request, and then what we can do, is I think we need to use a webhook to receive the URL, right? Webhook like that, and then we would receive the webhook. So webhook is basically that they're gonna call the URL, send a request to our URL, and then we can basically get it, and then we can then render the information to the user, right? And that's essentially that. So let's go ahead and do that then. Okay, so here's what we have. So we were able to generate a WAV file, which I guess is good. And now I'm just going to copy their read file code. So I'm just going to primarily copy and pasting to the code that we have here. Actually, just for code purpose, I'm just going to create helpers.py right here, like that. So that will be able to read a file and then yield the data. And then we'll be able to render the data. Looks like I use a generator here. Good. Alright, so in here we can say from helpers import read file. And I'm just going to stop it. So in here, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to say read file. So did I import requests? Nope, I need to import requests. And I don't need you. So in here then I can say requests dot, and then actually I need to import OS. Okay, so I set up an environment variable already. It's called assembly AI API key. So technically should be called assembly AI API key, but I guess I just called this that. Assembly API key, like that. And then here we can say request.post, and then we want to send it to this server. So we want to upload, because right now this is a local file, and then we need to upload it to a remote server, to their server actually, so the assembly AI actually handles the upload for us. And then headers, equals to this, which equals this, which in here we're just gonna say assembly API key, like that. And then the data going to be read file name. Okay, so the data going to be read file name, which is sound.wave, should be at least. And then we can get the URL. So we can say URL equals requests, let's say data dot JSON, simply enough bracket URL. Like that. Sweet. Okay, so and then we can submit it for transcription. So in here, I'm just gonna say request.post, what's the endpoint? This is the endpoint. So data equals request.post. Setting to here. Headers is that. Authorization is assembly API key. And then JSON equals, I think it's pretty bad structured, but whatever. Then I'm just gonna copy you, paste you right there. And then we have the URL, just URL. Like that, get the JSON data. Actually, no, let's not do that. Okay. So if you're not using, keep in mind the string will be trunked. P blah blah blah. Okay. All right. So I think we're just gonna use webhook so that we don't have to repetitively call the API like every 5 seconds or something like that. So I guess all we need to add is webhook. And I think if I'm not mistaken, there's a webhook test. Yep. So something like that. We can use this to test our webhook. Perfect. Okay, so what do we need to have here? There we go, that's our webhook. URL. And then what we probably want is that every time when a user is using this tool, we want to generate a unique request ID, like every time. So in here we can just say we need to import session. And it's every time when they go to a GET request, so that it's kind of guaranteed that there will be a new session thing created. And then we can say session, just say session, just say unique, I don't know, UI ID. I hope no one took ID as a key for something already. And then here I guess we can say, okay, I guess we can define random string function. So here we can write import random, import string def random stir n equals 10. 10's fine. And then I want is to return random.choice string.ascii letters. Just gonna be alpha characters. It's not gonna even be alphanumerical. And then I don't know, for I in range of n dot join. There we go. random stir. Oh, okay. All right, random stir. 10. Oh, I don't write anything. Okay, so custom header. We want a custom header then. You need. Okay, so would this go with? So this will go with the JSON file. All right. So we can just say session ID. Yep, session ID. And then value is session get ID. All right, perfect. Maybe. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna do that, and then it's gonna give an error, which is totally fine. Doesn't matter. All right, let's just run the program again, add all that good stuff, open a new tab. And it should generate an ID already. So yeah, so basically every single time when they refresh the page, they will get a new ID. Okay, sessions are unavailable because no secret key is set. All right, app.config secret key. Done. Try again. All right. I don't think the URL really matters. Random URL. All right, let's see what we get. Fetching from YouTube, do all that stuff. Wow, sure taking its good old time right here. Oh. Right. So it's gonna take a while. Okay. So it says done. It's still loading. Alright, now it's to convert to WAV file. Read the file. And then send the JSON request. Okay, so it's taking a while. We'll see if we can. Yeah. Great. I have an issue. So I'm not gonna bother. Oh, okay. I think I know why. Well, no, I don't know why. Okay, so I'm just gonna comment these part out because these part of code no longer necessary. Right. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna say print data.json. Stop, run again. Okay, it's reading the file. Alright. Okay, so it's taking a while to read the file and send in the request. This is great. We might need to figure out if there's a faster way to do it. I mean, it's right now it's way too slow. You will get a H14 timeout error if you're using Heroku, because it's way too slow. I mean, Heroku with timeout is 30 seconds, so. Oh, looks like a change is in there. But that's good when you change something and you don't change your documentation. We cannot reach this repo. Yes, I don't care. Oh, great. I'm assuming it's only accessible in, assembly AI, but. Alright, anyway, that part is dealt with. What? Okay. So now, we should see one more error. And the error is you can't return none, I think. You have to return something. We will see if we got that error or not. If we get that error, that's good. We just need to wait to see if our web code were able to receive anything. Otherwise, I guess we'll have to wait. Okay, what? Why did you say URL is not defined? Oh, did I not rerun the program? Or what? Okay, let's run this again. I have the URL defined. It's right there, right there. Should be fine. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's see our webhook. Okay. Looks like we're waiting. How long is it? Because it does tell me that it's gonna take about 25% of the length of the audio file. So just gonna look at that. Look at how long the audio file is, and then see if we can figure out from there. Still no. Alright, I'm gonna go to here, sign in. It should, oh, here we go. Perfect. Alright, status completed. Okay, so it looks like I got an ID. And yep, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Getting the transcription results. Transcript, your transcript ID here. Okay, perfect. That's that. Okay, shut up. Alright. Star and. Okay. So, I guess what we'll do here today is, okay, I guess what we'll do next is this. So, raw content. Get raw content. Request.get_data. Already. So that does not matter anymore. Now I'm going to implement, so we'll do a webhook, and then we'll have to do a receiving webhook. Okay, so I guess here's how it's going to work. Now we're just going to, this part definitely works. So I'm just going to implement webhook right now to our main app here. So add app.root/webhook. And then wait, so let's see how this request ID will work. So the request ID, so here's the thing, I'm not sure, how do we, oh god. Okay, so let's see. So once I get the webhook, get the transcription results, and then I will have to send it to the browser somehow. Yeah, I guess it will have to happen. Basically, how it would probably work is the JavaScript. We implement a fetch. We'll be just keep calling this internal URL to see if we were able to, decode anything, decode anything, get any valid, decode, and if we are, return it. If we can't, then, obviously, don't. So yeah, that's probably what happened. So the webhook, back I'm gonna use webhook. So we're gonna to receive the transcription results from webhook, or via webhook, I should say. And then front end, in order to get that transcribed results, what we need to do is we need to let the front end constantly call a URL on our side, and then it's going to return something if the webhook already been called. Otherwise, we just don't return anything. Okay, so 28 cents. That's good. All right. So here we're just gonna say webhook, and then message is fine. Okay, I'm just gonna allow post, and then let's just print request dot get data. Oh my god. Request dot get data like that. All right. Because there's no way for me to just return a template. Yeah. Okay, so in here, I'm just gonna replace. And then actually, I guess we don't even need a custom header. And in here, this is what we can say request dot session dot get ID. String. Oh my god, Replic's going crazy. Session ID. Session ID. Session ID. Alright. Let's run it again. So I have $5 in the account. Should be fine with all the testing and stuff we'll be doing. Alright, Repli maybe not as well as I think it is. Because Repli right now is not cooperating with me. Oh, God. Okay. So, now I just need to wait to see what we get here, which may take a couple minutes. But I guess that's all we'll do today. We'll make sure Webflow works correctly, and then we'll implement all the API calls in the next video from the front end. So we'll see how that works. Alright, we need to wait. Let me make sure you receive the transcription. Okay, perfect. It's processing one of them. So I guess we just wait to make sure Webhook works. Okay, still nothing. Let's look at the processing queue. Alright, apparently it's completed, which is not necessarily good because I did not receive okay. That's fine. Yeah, I did not get a webhook call. Yeah, that's really weird. Let's look at it. Let me make sure this works first. Not found, of course. Slash webhook slash. Oh, only allows post. I'm gonna do both scan and post. Really want to figure out how this webhook thing gonna work. And it's not stopping. Great. Okay, run it. Alright, now let's see what we get here. Alright. Okay, now what the heck is going on here? Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Huh? I'm really confused. This should be fine. Why are you not detecting the webhook? We're going to type a... That shouldn't matter. Oh, God. Okay. Print hi. Just want to make sure this is updating. Because I'm not sure why you're not detecting the webhook. You're not even detecting this route at all. So that's bad. I hope it's a repla problem. Oh, come on, just stop. I don't know why it's taking you so long. Okay. Alright. Okay. Did you work? Oh, look at the shell. Of course, it's absolutely normal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, debug mode is true too. So it should auto reload every time. It's not printing high. What the heck is wrong with Replit? I legitimately think there's something wrong with Replit. Well, this is all the time that I got for this video. I don't know what's wrong with this. I legitimately think Replit's just being stupid again. I will try on the other ID to make sure it works. If it doesn't work, it's probably I don't know why it doesn't work. It should work. But yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working on Replit. Probably because Replit just don't feel like to cooperate again. But in the next video, hopefully we'll be able to finish this up by adding the webhook implement on the front end and JavaScript and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you have any question or comment, feel free to comment down below. And as always, stay safe and have a good rest of your day. And that was me, out.